Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Uh, Basically, this is the first video that I will ever make on this channel, particularly for my weight loss journey. Yeah, I've been at it for about a month, and this is basically just a catalog of what happened over the past month. Basically, I started out October 6th, the first day at gym, and then I ended up. Oh, I didn't end up. I mean, I'm still in the gym, or I'm still going to the gym. Like, I'm really going there today. And basically, this is just a, like I said, catalog of what I've been doing, even before that, and other things too. I started off my weight, or I started off just when I purchased the weighing scale. It was at 289.7 pounds, and so I'm going to be putting the conversion of whatever it is on in kilograms over here. Yeah, because I just like using freedom units. That's why. But anyway, yeah. So I started off at 287 or 289.7. And right now, the lowest I've ever been was yesterday, which was at 278.9. Yeah. In terms of like my overall look, it doesn't feel like it changed, you know? I feel like, you know, my shoulders have a little bit of definition to them, but really, honestly, I couldn't really tell. If you were probably to ask anybody else, I don't think they would notice. One big difference though is that I can feel myself a little bit stronger, or a lot more stronger compared to when I started out, right? And so it's been a fun experience, to say the least. I have employed several techniques over the past few weeks to really level up my game, in terms of the stuff that I do. Like, well, for one, when I started out, I was just doing whatever, you know. Obviously, the technique and what I was going to do were all like pretty much in the air, and eventually it became more structured as time progressed, and basically reached a point where it is today, which is November 6th, and yeah, so here it is, a documentation of everything that I've done over the past few weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you want to keep track of my journey, feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. And give me some notes if you have any for me. Okay, so like I said, I started off at 289.7 pounds. I didn't expect that I would be that heavy, to be honest. And, you know, after a while, it concerns you when there's a lot of stuff that you can't do anymore, right? Like before, bending over just to pick up some stuff was actually starting to become a bit of a difficult task for me. Cutting my toenails is also a difficult task as well. But not to mention, you know, stuff like just walking around, or, well, actually, I've always been a person who walks fast when I'm like in a mall doing some errands, like shopping, like grocery shopping or what have you. So I'm really used to walking fast. But the thing is, it's the stamina, I think, that caught up to me with all this weight. It became to a point where walking upstairs, I think that's the thing that bothers me the most, because I get really tired. And I don't think it's uncommon for people who are big like me to have that experience, right? And so I just wanted to change my life. At the same time, my wife also told me, as well as my mom, every time I go to her place, she just tells me, "You've gotten fatter from the last time I saw you. You should really cut down and, you know, really work out," and stuff like that. And, you know, for the longest time, I never even bothered thinking about it and really take action until recently, right? I did go to the gym, like a very brief moment, maybe for like a month or two at most, but never to the point where I got significant gains or I saw any significant change in my appearance. I would go there just from time to time. So it wasn't really something like, oh, okay. I wasn't really that serious back then. Plus the fact that, the information wasn't that easily accessible yet. Because there wasn't, we didn't really have that much access to the internet. I think it was the time when the internet on phones was just like a super brand new thing. So only like really rich people would have plans with internet on them. But yeah, so basically that's what I remember about it. Very uneventful for my first time at the gym. I've been trying to work out. We got a few things in the house that would facilitate with somewhat of an exercise or weight loss. One of them was the rolling thing. I don't know. Let me just show you what it looks like. Yeah, that one, whatever that is. It's something for the abs, right? I always thought that maybe if you, no, I always knew that as long as you work out, that you will eventually lose weight. But how much, or how to go about it was always, of course, a mystery to me. It was only until recently when I really started working out, when I really started binging on fitness videos, that I learned a bunch of stuff. Like, for instance, obviously, the caloric deficit is one of the main things that you would need in order to lose weight. Apart from the caloric deficit, that you also need to be active within the day. Probably add some, other activities like maybe weight training or cardio, if you can. So basically, those are the things that would help you facilitate with the weight loss, right? Over the past few weeks, I have done a bunch of them. The first one being just regularly checking my weight on a daily basis, right? I think that was the first thing that I ever did. That was the spark that really signaled to me that, oh, okay, I really am going to be serious about this. Well, aside that and going to the gym, obviously. My wife was actually the one who told me, yeah, why don't you just go to the gym instead of buying an equipment that I wouldn't really know how to use yet. Because there was one, I think it was for like $200 to buy something like this in the mall. So I wanted to get that, but she told me, why don't you just go to the gym first? It's going to cost you less, and at the same time you'll start to learn techniques, and if you really want to working out here in the house, then yeah, you can go ahead and purchase that. And so yeah, sure, I think that was a pretty good idea. My phone is burning. Sorry about that. I had to move my phone. It was burning in the sun. I didn't realize. Basically, it started off my first month trying out a bunch of different things. One of the main things was, of course, going to the gym. I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, so of course I would turn to YouTube, look at how most of the workouts that I can do, at least at that gym, were available to me, and then I started trying it out. The only thing I actually am skipping up until right now is the barbell. Yeah, I've never touched a barbell before, and I don't plan on touching it anytime soon until I actually build up my strength to where I can possibly, do push-ups on my own, right? Now, the reason for that is because I'm almost nearing 40. Now, I know it's, as long as you have good form and all that, you shouldn't be worried too much. I don't want to jump into it, and my journey from what I can tell is going to be a pretty long one. I'm expecting it to be at least a year before I can see really huge gains in terms of like muscle size and weight loss and all that good stuff. Because from what I can see on a weekly basis and a daily basis, is that the weight that I gain and lose is pretty wonky, to be honest. Like, I'm going to show you the graph of how I've been losing weight, or how my weight was over the past month, and it's crazy how it fluctuates so much. Like, it is trending downwards, but there are days where it spikes up really high and drops really low. And so, it's just weird. It's just, if you're going to use weight and your appearance in the mirror as your basis, if you're really doing well in your weight loss journey, don't expect it to be like an instant, right? So even after a month, like, I've lost 10 pounds, but it doesn't look that way in the mirror. I mean, I feel different, I feel stronger, but in terms of my physique, it pretty much looks the same. Like, here's a comparison between how I look. I think this was on the 8th, and then here's what I look from yesterday. Like, if you look at it, there's not much difference. I guess one of the things that I can do now is I suck my gut in, and I can do that. Before I couldn't. And so I think I guess that's something positive, I guess. A few weeks ago when I did that, it barely made any difference. But now I kind of feel that there is a difference. Like, my stomach isn't as big anymore. I have more strength. I can carry my daughter like super effortlessly. It's not like I couldn't carry her before, but now I can raise her up, put her down, bring her up. But it was cool because I could do it. That was fun. So anyway, going back to the stuff that I did. So I started off, just cataloging my weight, and putting in like the date, the time, and the exercise that I did for that day. At first, the split was, all over the place. I didn't really have something concrete yet. But eventually, I settled with 4-day cycle, basically arms and shoulders on the first day, legs and abs on the second day, and then chest and back on the third day, and then rest, and then rinse and repeat. So basically, that's what I do. And then after that, I actually started cataloging my meals. I downloaded this app, this one. So I tried out a few other applications. I didn't really feel happy with the results I was getting with the others, because it didn't really have like the food choices here in our country, which is the Philippines. So it wasn't really available. Not everything was there. And so I was happy that this particular app had most, if not all, of the things that I was looking for. And so I was pretty happy and pretty stoked about using this app. And it really didn't feel like I needed to get any sort of subscription or anything. It's just free. And it really feels like it's doing its job by recording the stuff that I eat and giving me an accurate number as to how much I take into my body. And so I'm pretty happy with that. As well as I can also record my weight in as well. So it really helps me a lot in terms of recording stuff, because some of the other stuff that I record, which is like initially my weigh-ins, were in Google Sheet, and I only access that when I'm on my computer. So it was a bit challenging at first, making sure that I take into account all the meals that I have. But eventually it became easier, and at the same time, it really helped me like become more mindful of what I eat. So of course I would still have, I wouldn't really call them cheat meals, because to be honest, I don't really have a cheat day. I eat what I want for the most part, but also keeping in mind that I have to reach a certain amount of calories per day, right? So roughly it's been around a little over 2,000 or a little under 2,000 on any given day, with of course some days being a little bit over, like almost 3,000 on this particular day, and another one closer to 2,800 on another day, pretty close to each other. But yeah, so those happen. I mean, I can't really do anything about it anymore. It's done. But the thing is, I recorded it, and I know how to avoid it in the future. Basically, that's one of the things. And so I learned habits about how to or when to space my meals. And right now I still don't have any particular structure with how I eat stuff. For the most part, I just want to record everything. Like everything else, I just want to take it slow. I think one of the biggest things that you could do for yourself is not to have your weight loss journey super rigid, because if you do have it super rigid, it's going to be hard to stick to it, especially if you're on a very low caloric deficit, and at the same time, you know, if you, I feel like, because you do stuff on a daily basis, right? You could be, you know, working, you could be a student, you could be I don't know, whatever it is, whatever you're doing on a daily basis, you're going to be putting this in, and it's difficult to stick to it if it's too hard. So might as well just take it easy. You know you're in it for the long haul. Just make sure that you're doing your best, and you know, just have fun with it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm having the most fun with this weight loss journey. I look forward to going to the gym every single time I can, and I just give it my all. Recently, I've been giving it my all even more. And so what else? Oh yeah, and the most recent thing I've done, which was about like on the last week of October, was to also log the weight and the exercises that I do. Now, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing the same exact things. Of course, with the variation of progressive overload, where if you're not familiar with it, obviously you're just going to add more weight or more reps, you know, in incremental fashion, so that you can see if you are building muscle properly. And so far it's been good. Actually, this would be the first time that I record if I make any progress with my arms. So hopefully it's good. I was super stoked when I finally saw that I was 278.9, because for the first time, I am now sure that I've lost 10 pounds. At the very least, 10 pounds. And that's all in 1 month. Now, if I keep going, hopefully within the same rate, hopefully I could lose, you know, 10 pounds every month. And so it would take me about, I don't know, around probably the same time next year, and I'll be 100 pounds lighter. I'm super excited for that. I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait. Obviously, I can't wait. I should wait. I shouldn't be too excited about it. But I am excited to see what I look like a year from now. So,
this is me, Editor Vic. So he forgot to greet you guys a farewell, unfortunately, because he actually wanted to bring you guys inside the gym, but obviously he couldn't because he was too shy to record in there. But yeah, so this is pretty much the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see my journey within the next few months, weeks, maybe even year. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.